Hi guys, see you again on the Shonia Studio channel. This time I will tell an interesting story about a wife who just felt how much her husband loved her after he died. I hope this story is useful. It's a touching story. 10 years of hating her husband, this woman did not expect, after being left away. It's touching story about love and domestic life. Husband and wife can be a lesson for couples. Other husbands and wives, in order to get more grateful for what they have at the moment. This story has been viral in cyberspace for a long time, both on Facebook, blogs, and in various forums. No unknown, is this story a story real or just fictitious, and who is write it down? But apart from it, all hopefully from this story, we can take the wisdom contained in it. The following is the story as quoted from the fans page, see more, with the title, Don't Cry, read it. Ideal man who can make netizens touched and cried. Happy reading. I hate it, that's always I whisper in my heart, almost all the time, our togetherness. Even though marrying her I never really gave up my heart to him. Married by force parents, make me hate my husband in itself. Even though I'm married, I have to never show my hatred, despite hating it. Every day I serve her as a wife's duty, I forced to do everything, because I have no other grip. Several times there was a desire to leave him, but I don't have the financial capacity and anyone's support. Both of my parents really love my husband, because according to they are, my husband is a husband figure perfect for their only daughter. When I got married I became a very spoiled wife, I did everything as I pleased. My husband also spoiled me in such a way, I never really lived my duty as a wife. I always depend on him, because I think that's the way it should be. After what he do to me, I have given my life to him, so it is his duty to make me happy, by fulfilling all my wishes. In our house I am the queen, no one dares to fight. If there is the slightest problem I always blame my husband. I didn't like the wet towels laid on the bed. I resented seeing him put the leftover spoon of stirring the milk on the table and leaving a sticky mark. And I hate it when he uses my computer, even if it's just to get his work done. I get angry when he hangs his clothes on my shirt caps. I also get angry when he uses toothpaste without pressing it neatly. I get angry when he calls me multiple times when I'm having fun with my friends. At first I chose not to have children. Even though I don't work, I don't want to take care of children. At first he was supportive, and I also had birth control with pills. But apparently he was hiding his desire so deep. Until one day I forgot to take birth control pills, and even though he knew, he let it. I am also pregnant and only realized it after more than 4 months. The doctor refused to abort it. That's my biggest anger towards him. The anger grew even more when I was pregnant with twins, and had to go through a difficult birth. I forced him to have a vasectomy so I wouldn't get pregnant again. Obediently, he did everything I wanted, because I threatened to leave him with our 2 children. Time passed, until the children didn't realize their 8th birthdays. Like the previous morning, I woke up late, my husband and children were waiting for me at the dinner table. As usual he is the one who provides breakfast, and takes the children to school. That day he reminded me that it was my mother's birthday. I only answered with a nod, ignoring his words which reminded the events of the previous year. At that time I chose to go to the mall and not attended mother's event. Yes, because I feel trapped in my marriage. I also hate my parents. Before going to the office, usually my husband kisses me on the cheek, and is followed by the children. But that day he also embraced me, so that the children teased his father noisily. I tried to dodge and let go of his arms, though I ended up smiling too. With the children he kissed again until several times in front of the door, as if it was hard to leave. When they left, I also decided to go to the beauty shop. Spending time to the beauty shop is my hobby. I arrived at the beauty shop I subscribed to a few hours later. At the beauty shop I met one of my friends, as well as a person I did not like. We chat with fun, including showing each other our activities. It was time for me to pay the beauty shop bill. But how I was surprised when I realized that I left my wallet at home. Even though I reached into my bag to the deepest part, I didn't found it in the bag. While trying to remember what happened that I couldn't find my wallet, I called my husband and asked, "Sorry dear, yesterday Farhan asking for pocket money, and I have no small money. Then I take it from your wallet. I forgot to put it back in your bag. If I'm not mistaken, I put it on my desk," he explained softly. I angrily scolded him harshly. I hung up the phone, without waiting for him to finish talking. Then my cell phone rang again, and even though I was still annoyed, I picked it up with a half yelling, "What else?" "Baby, I'm home now. I'll get my wallet and take it to you, honey. Where are you now?" My husband asked quickly, worried that I would hang up again. I said the name of my beauty shop, and without waiting for an answer, I hung up again. I spoke to the cashier and said that my husband would come to pay my bill. The owner of the beauty shop, which my best friend actually allowed to go, and said I could pay for it later when I came back. But shame, because my enemy also heard me. Losing my wallet made me feel proud to go into debt first. It was raining when I looked out, and hoped my husband's car would arrive soon. Minutes passed, became hours. I was getting impatient, so I started calling my husband's cell phone. No answer, even though I have called many times. Even though usually only 2 rings, my phone has been picked up. I started to feel bad and angry. My phone was picked up after several tries, when the sound of my yelling hadn't come out yet. A strange voice answered my husband's phone. I was silent for a while, before the foreign male voice introduced himself. "Good afternoon, ma'am. Are you the wife of Mr. Armandi?" I answered the question immediately. The foreign man turned out to be a policeman. He informed that my husband had an accident, and he is currently being taken to the police hospital. At that time I was silent, and only answered thank you. When the phone hung up, I crouched down in confusion, my hand gripping my cell phone tightly. And several salon employees approached me, swiftly asking, "What is it that made my face turn pale as white as paper?" Somehow I ended up at the hospital. Somehow suddenly the whole family was there after me. I'm just silent 1,000 languages. Waiting for my husband in front of the emergency room. I don't know what to do. Because all this time, he was the one who did everything for me. When finally, after waiting a few hours, a doctor came out and broke the news. My husband is gone. He left not by accident itself. Stroke was the cause of his death. After hearing that fact, I was busy strengthening the two, my parents and his parents, who is in shock. Not a single tear came out of my eyes. I am busy calming my parents and in-laws. The gathered children hugged me tightly, but their sadness was not able to make me cry at all. When the body is brought home and I sat in front of him, I stared at the face that seemed to be fast asleep. I approached his face and looked at him carefully. That's when my chest became tight, remembering what he had given me during our 10 years together. I slowly touched his cold face, and realized that this was the first time I had touched his face, which was always decorated with a warm smile. Tears welled up in my eyes, blurring my vision. I gasped, trying to wipe away the tears from getting in the way of my last look at him. I want to remember all the parts of his face, so the sweet memories of my husband don't end just like that. But instead of stopping, my tears were pouring down my cheeks. A warning from the imam of the mosque while arranging the funeral procession, unable to make me stop cry. I tried to hold it in, but my chest tightened at the memory of what I had done to him the last time we spoke. I remembered how I never paid attention to his health. I almost never regulate what I eat, even though he always regulates what I eat, who pays attention to the vitamins and drugs I should take, especially during pregnancy and after giving birth. He never misses reminding me to eat regularly and sometimes even feeds me when I'm lazy to eat. I never know what he ate, because I never asked. I don't even know what he likes and doesn't like. Almost the whole family knows that my husband is a fan of instant noodles and strong coffee. My chest tightens hearing that, because I know he might be forced to eat instant noodles, because I barely used to cook for him. I only cook for the kids and myself. I don't care if he has eaten or not. When he comes home from work, he can eat my cooking, only when left. He also comes home late at night every day, because the office is quite far from home. I never want to respond to his request to move closer to his office, because I don't want to be far from where my friends live. At my funeral couldn't hold back anymore. I fainted when I saw his body disappear, along with the pile of dirt that had piled up. I do not know nothing until I wake up in my big bed. I woke up with regret filling my chest cavity. Family, my parents persuaded me in vain, for they never knew why I was so hurt to lose him. The days that I lived after his departure were not the freedom I wanted, but instead I was trapped in wanting to be with him. In the early days of his absence, I sat in silence, staring at an empty plate. Mums, father, and mother-in-law coax me to eat, but all I want is when my husband coaxes me to eat when I'm cranky. When I forgot to bring a towel in the shower, I screamed for him as usual, and when it was my mother who came, I crouched crying in the bathroom, hoping he would come. My habit of calling him whenever I can't do something at home confuses his co-workers answering my calls. Every night I waited for him in the bedroom, and hoped that the next morning I would wake up with his figure next to me. I used to be so annoyed when I fell asleep hearing the sound of his snoring, but now I even wake up often because I miss hearing him again. I used to be angry because he often messed up in our bedroom, but now I feel our bedroom feels empty and empty. I used to be so annoyed if he did work, and left it in my laptop without logging out. Now I'm looking at the computer, rubbing the keys, hoping the marks of his fingers are still there. I used to dislike him the most when he made coffee, without a plate on the table. Now the traces are left, in the last breakfast, I don't want to erase. Ordinary television remote, it's now easy to find, though I wish I could make up for it by losing the TV remote. I did all that stupidity, because I just realized that he loves me. And I've been hit by the arrow of his love. I'm also mad at myself. I'm angry because everything seems normal, even though he's gone. I'm angry because her clothes are still there, leaving a smell that makes me miss. I'm angry that I couldn't stop all my regrets. I was angry that there was nothing else to persuade me to calm down. No one else reminds me to pray, even though now I do it sincerely. I pray, because I want to apologize to Allah for wasting my husband, who was given to me. Asking forgiveness for being a bad wife to her husband, who was so perfect. Pray, that able to erase my sorrow. Little by little, God's love for me, He showed so much care, from the family for me and the children. My friends who I've been defending almost never show their noses. After my husband's departure 40 days after his death, the family reminded me to rise from adversity. There are 2 children waiting for me, and I have to live. Back confused, even though I know it's wrong and never work. All done by my husband. How much income so far, I never care. All I care about is the amount of money he transfers to my account. I use it for personal purposes, and every month the money is almost never left from the office where it is work. I got the final salary, along with the bonus compensation. When I saw it I was speechless. I didn't expect. Turns out the whole salary was transferred to my account all this time. Even though I never used it for household purposes at all. Where did he get other money to meet household needs? Because he never asked once. After that, all I know now, I have to work or my kids won't be able to live. Because the final salary and bonus compensation won't be enough to support the 3 of us. But where do I work? Almost no experience at all. Everything is always arranged by him. My confusion was cleared some time later. My father came with a notary. He brings a lot of documents. Then the notary gave a letter, stating the husband that he bequeathed all his wealth to me and the children. He accompanied his mother in the letter, but what left me speechless was the content of the letter.
For my dearest wife, Liliana. Sorry for having to leave you first. Honey, sorry for having to make you responsible. Take care of everything yourself. I'm sorry that I can't give you love and affection anymore. God gave me too little time. Because loving you and the kids is the best thing I've ever done for you. If I could, I would like to be with dear forever. But I don't want you to lose my love, just like that. All this time I've been saving little by little for life you guys later. I don't want you to be sad, after I'm gone. There's not much I can give, but I hope. Baby. Can use it to raise and educate children. Do what's best for them. Honey. Do not cry, my spoiled love. Do a lot of things to make your life wasted all this time. I give you the freedom to make thy dreams come true. that you haven't had time to do all this. I'm sorry if I troubled you, and may God give you a better mate than me. Dear Farah, my beloved daughter, I'm sorry that Dad couldn't be with you. Be a good wife like Mother, and Farhan my guardian knight, take care of Mother and Farah. Don't be a stubborn child anymore, and always remember wherever you are, Dad will be there to see.
I sobbed reading the letter. There is a cartoon image with glasses, with a sticking out tongue, typical of my husband, when he is send notes. The notary informed that my husband had several insurances, and savings deposits from the inheritance, of his biological father. My husband made some effort, from the results of these savings deposits, and the business was quite successful, even though it was managed by people he trusted. I couldn't help but cry, knowing how much he loved us, so that we died to pick him up. He still flooded us with love. I never thought of marrying again. The many men present, unable to erase the figure, that is still so alive in my heart. Day by day, I only devote to my children. When my parents and in-laws left one by one, leaving me forever, none left as deep a sadness as mine, when my husband left. Now my son and daughter are 23 years old, in 2 days my daughter is marrying a young man from opposite land. Our daughter asked Mom, what should I do after I become a wife, because Farah can't cook, can't wash, what's going on, Mom? I embraced him saying, love dear, love your husband, love your choice of heart, love what he has, and you will get everything. Because of love you will learn to please him, will learn to accept his shortcomings, will learn that no matter how big the problem, you will solve, in the name of love. My daughter looks at me like a mother's love for Dad, is that love that keeps Mommy, loyal to Dad until now. I shook my head. No my dear, love your husband, as father loved mother, as father loved both of you. I may have been unlucky not to show my love for my husband. I spent 10 years hating him but spent almost the rest of my life to love him. I am free from him because of death, but I can never be free from his love, that is so sincere all the time. That's our story this time, hope you like it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, see you in other stories. Greetings from Shonia Studio.